Hey folks, so in this episode I'm going to be wrapping up all the metal body work on the car. That's going to include some horrible welding work to weld the ripped seams, getting the contours right, just getting it as close to perfect as I can before I put the body filler on. The main goal is to have the least thickness of body filler as you can possibly put on there. It's just going to hold up better. One thing that I want to emphasize is I don't want you to watch these videos and use it as like a tutorial on how to do something in an expert way. I'm not an expert. I'm at best a shade tree wannabe mechanic. You know, I can get around a car and I can do a decent amount, and I know how to do some body work, but these videos are purely to chronicle what a novice might go through when they're trying to do a project like this. So just keep that in mind, and you know, feel free to make fun of me in the comments. You know, I'm including all the mistakes I make in this video. I almost lit my foot on fire at one point. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I feel like I'm going to be making faster progress with these videos. I've been learning to keep them on the shorter side, so there's a lot less editing to do, and I'm not being as picky. I try to compare my videos to big channels on YouTube where it's their full-time job to do YouTube. I have a family and full-time job, so I've just had to learn to accept the fact that my videos are going to suck compared to theirs. But I just hope I can provide a unique experience and look, you know, at a amateur guy just fixing his dream car. So enjoy. Alright, so this crease in the metal is too deep, so it's not coming out. So I need first to stabilize this stupid camera. I can push this over to hopefully fill some of that gap in. So let's see. Yeah, that's pretty tight. For this crack right here, I'll spot weld first. And once they're all secure, then I'll seal that. Same with, well, this I could probably do right away. It's basically, I'll drill the hole in this layer, and that way I can weld right through that hole and get a nice good spot weld without having a spot welder. Can I do this with a hand like that? I gotta get my punch, I think. No, I don't. Alright, so I'm going to do a bunch of those. Alright. Clamp there. Electrode. Well, that was an absolute fail. It just melts right through it. Why? Why does it melt right through? 15 amps.
19 amps. Oh, shit. Yeah, one of those sparks went right down my foot.
We've got the tail light fit. Very, very tiny gap. We got all that welded together. It's not beautiful, but that's what a grinder's for. I didn't have the right kind of welder for this, so it's functional and strong. It just doesn't look very pretty. But it's all hidden, so it doesn't matter. I've got my bumper waiting there. I've got all the bolts coming in soon, all the fasteners, all that lovely stuff. As far as this goes, here's my plan. I'm going to do my glazing filler, and then I'm going to use a sanding block to make this all blend nicely, be nice and smooth, and don't want any lumps or anything like that. And I'm actually going to have to go from here back because I have a few little dents in here from when I was doing other work. So wheel arch, we're pretty good, but the previous body shop didn't weather protect any of the stuff they did in there. So I still see like claw marks in there from when they had a frame puller machine pulling that arch out. I'm going to have to apply some primer and just protect it. So here's where we're at. So before I mentioned that we had some existing damage here. Well, I thought it was just here. That was bondoed sometime in the past before this recent wreck. So today I started grinding down to see where it stopped. It doesn't stop. I think it goes all the way down here. All the way in there. I mean, it goes right to the gas cap. See that? See how thick that is? So this complicates things for me. But I am actually feeling a little better now that I've ground this down more and cleaned it up. So essentially what we have here, you can see that they actually stud welded. Use a stud welding puller machine to pull all this out. I didn't do any of this here. This is all them. They started trying to get the line here done, and then it looks like they kind of gave up. This is me, actually. I did these pulls over here trying to pull this out. So what's going on is you have this nice fender flare here, and then when it gets to about here, it just collapses in. Like this is, the line should be going down like here, and it's just smushed in. So that's basically what we have here, is everything's kind of in the right spot, but this fender flare is just flattened a bit, which is why they have such thick Bondo. So I stopped right here, made a nice sharp edge, and I'm just gonna do my bondoing all the way across. And actually I got just about all the paint off here. And over here, over here while I was sanding, I was trying to find high spots, and you see these little nicks in here, and that's me actually taking this hammer and just knocking down the highs as I'm putting the sandpaper block over here. You can just see where the bumps are. So I knocked those in a bit. It's still a little bumpy, but that's gonna be fine. I'm gonna Bondo on this. I just don't want bumps sticking out of the Bondo. So I think the shape is pretty good. So it comes at an arc and then should end about flat here, vertical, up and down. Before I had an issue where it was kind of going out and then in a little bit, and then it went in here. You know, without replacing this whole panel, which is what should be done, you know, this is about the best I can do. But when you look at this, you don't want to see like wavy marks in the shine, where in the paint shine, where like, you know, the metal's going in and out. Like, it should look like the car's supposed to be like that. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna put the wire wheel on this to get rid of these little bits of paint left. I'll prep the surface and then I'll start the Bondo, the part I've been scared of.